Today I'll be sharing with you part of my journey from growing up in the outback of Australia to creating one of the most unique homes in the world. I grew up in the Australian outback, a barefoot kid building homes with his father in the school holidays. Today, I've built a 30,000 square foot fortress on the cliffs of Malibu. But what makes me unique is this. I am the creator, the architect, the designer, the builder, and the developer all in one. Every decision, every detail, every line of Simka was born from my mind and my hands. And this is the story of how I got here. My childhood wasn't glamorous. It was raw. The outback doesn't give you comfort. It gives you resilience. My best friend was my dog, and together we roamed the bush on an old motorbike. Out there, I learned freedom, but I also learned responsibility. By 13, I was already working with my father, building homes during the summer. That was my real education. By 15, I left school entirely and began an apprenticeship in furniture making. No books, no theory, just hands-on wood, tools and grip, mistakes and lessons etched into muscle memory. It was this experience that would ultimately lead me to deciding to be my own boss. It was at this stage I began my journey into designing and building and fulfilling a need that was becoming a part of me, the need to create. Most architects spend years in classrooms. I spent years on sites. I traveled across continents, living and building. Each country taught me something new: craftsmanship, proportion, patience, efficiency. Every home I touched was another lesson. And here's the truth. I wasn't learning how to build a house. I was learning how to build myself. Each nail, each stone, each line drawn made me more of who I was becoming. By the time I came to Malibu, I had designed, built, and developed dozens of homes. Not with a team of experts, but with my own vision guiding everything. Most of the so-called greats in architecture rely on teams. The architect draws, the builder constructs, the developer funds. But rarely do these worlds meet in one person. That's where I'm different. I don't just design a space, I understand the structural demands, the construction methods, the material sourcing, the financing, the vision from start to finish. I don't just dream, I build the dream. Brick by brick, dollar by dollar, design by design. Not a committee's creation, one man's vision from concept to completion. When I arrived in Malibu, I knew this was my canvas. A rugged coastline, prone to fire, earthquake, and storm. Where most saw risk, I saw the perfect challenge. I didn't want to build just another home. I wanted to build permanence, a fortress and a sanctuary. Every lesson from the outback, every home I had built overseas, every failure and every success, they all converged here, in this space. Simka was not just another project. It was the culmination of my life's journey. From barefoot boy to Malibu Fortress. The lesson is simple. Your beginnings don't define you. Your choices do. I chose to build, to discipline myself, to keep creating when it would have been easier to quit. In fact, the world told me I couldn't do this. Family and loved ones all told me the same story. Get a regular job, just do simple things, and play it safe. And that's what I want to share with you on this channel. That you are all the architect of your story. If I could carve my path from the dust of the Outback to the cliffs of Malibu, imagine what you could do. This is my story, but it's also an invitation, because you are the architect of your own life. Build it with courage, build it with vision, build it to last. Subscribe, because this is only the beginning.